Hello my little sunflowers, and today's video I will be doing yet again another BakuDeku ASMR, but this one's a little different. It's a Christmas theme, or as some like to call it, a Christmas special. I thought I owed you guys a video since I've been gone for a while, well, more like 3 months. But yeah, I thought that this year I would actually write a Christmas special because why not? Christmas specials are actually fun, and I always thought of doing one. I just never really got around to doing it. But this time I actually now can do it. Okay, this Christmas special is just something that popped up randomly. I literally actually wrote this down, and usually when I do my ASMRs, I don't type my ASMRs on computers or files or write them anywhere. I just kind of say anything that I want. So yeah. But this one actually took the time to write down. So if you actually want to read it instead of listening to it, I can actually link it in the description or comment section below. So if you want to read it, I can literally link you to the document. So yeah. But okay, I'm not gonna do any more talking. I'm just gonna get into this Christmas special. And if you're wondering how many episodes this Christmas special has, I'm kind of just doing it all the way up until the 25th. I know I should have literally started it the first day of December, but you know, I don't know, it just kind of just hit me suddenly, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna do it today and try to make up for the time I've lost. So basically every day there will be an episode. There won't really be an uploading time. Just expect a video from me, okay? Alright then, let's get into the video. I hope you enjoyed this Christmas special. Oh yes, it's that time of the year. It's the time of the year when you would wake up and you would race downstairs and you would typically be looking for something. It wouldn't be cookies, and it certainly wouldn't be socks. It would be presents, pretty little presents that were decorative and were just to die for. Just looking at the wrapping paper got you excited. You wanted to open them right away, even though sometimes your parents wanted to get videos of you opening them. Do you know what time it is? It is Christmas time, everyone. Typically, Christmas is beloved by all. But to this Grinch, could you even consider it a holiday? Katsuki Bakugo, he typically didn't care too much for Christmas. Well, ever since a certain someone left on Christmas, he kind of abandoned the holiday. He kind of felt heartbroken because he never actually got to say goodbye to that person. And he never told that person how he felt about them. So he kind of just started despising Christmas already more than he did. Back in high school, he never really cared too much for Christmas, but he despised it way more than he did back then. He's actually 25 years old, and he's not getting any younger, but he's not getting any older. So every time that his friends say that he needs to live his life a little, he typically tells them to fuck off because he's a god. Katsuki doesn't think he'll die anytime soon. Yeah, I don't think he'll die anytime soon either because he is right. He is a god in his own little crazy way. But that's besides the point. Typically, right now, he would be just sleeping in since he had a week off, considering that it was Christmas. But actually, he didn't even want that week off. He actually wanted to work through Christmas. He didn't want any breaks. None. He was busy flipping through a magazine while a redhead was trying to scold him, complaining that he needed to live his life. But typically, Katsuki's answer was, when the fuck are you gonna leave? Yeah, he was basically a man of few words. But Kirishima wasn't giving up. Kirishima was actually dressed in proper attire for Christmas. He had a red and green sweater on, and he had black sweatpants on with red sneakers. And he actually put a hoodie on. Well, not a hoodie, but a hat that almost looked like a hoodie. Kirishima hasn't really changed much since high school. He typically had the same style choice because on Christmas he did dress the same, and well, he didn't really care much for Bakugo and his sarcasm. He didn't let that stop him. He was actually pretty excited because he was going to spend the holiday with his baby cakes. His baby cakes is Kayamari. Kayamari and him have been kind of working hard lately. They haven't really had time to see each other, so this basically was like a blessing in disguise for them. But he wanted to spend a little more time with Bakugo, especially before the Christmas party that his former classmates were planning. Yep, basically every year they planned a party like this. They were basically trying to test Bakugo's limits and see if he would ever come to one of these parties, but he pretty much annoyed them and never ever came, unless you dragged him out of his house. But yeah, typically he wouldn't come. Excuse me. Alright. It's been a while since Bakugo's actually left his house. He only leaves his house for work, and pretty much he doesn't pay much attention to anyone, and I don't think he ever will because, hello, he doesn't have time to just talk to any person. If you're a person in saving, well, sure, he'll save you and probably just go about his business. He won't even stay for an autograph, unless you really want one. Bakugo tries to typically leave scenes of crimes and stuff like that before the press can come. He doesn't like reporters, and he definitely does not like the paparazzi. The paparazzi is pretty much crazy in his opinion, but I don't understand how he could call the paparazzi crazy when he's pretty much an explosive demon. But once again, that's not what this story's about. Kirishima was doing his best, but the scolding and the yelling and the trying to be mean and dominant wasn't working out for him. Baka bro, come on man. Just leave your house once. Jesus Christ, all you do is stay in here. Don't you get claustrophobic? This is like jail, prison. How can you even call this a house? It's so small, tiny, and weird. I'm actually going to go pick up Midoriya from the airport today. And I wanted to do it before I went to the mall. Suddenly, Bakugo's eyes actually seemed intrigued and he looked up at the redhead. He didn't know that Midoriya was even still talking to any of his former classmates. He thought he cut off ties with everyone, especially that he left very unexpected. Kirishima saw that Bakugo was intrigued, so he kept on talking about Deku. Yeah, Deku said he wanted to come back for Christmas this year. He said it's been a while since he's last seen us and he wanted to see you. Now Bakugo was actually so impressed and intrigued that he actually put his magazine down and actually looked Kirishima in the face. And it's been longer than 3 minutes, so Kirishima knew that he had him hooked. Kirishima said, "Do you want to come, bro? I mean, Midoriya's been dying to see you. All he's been doing is talking about you. He said he felt bad for just leaving all those years ago. He said it wasn't right to say what he said to you that night, even though none of us really know what he said to you because you refuse to talk about it, but I'm not gonna push you for answers. Anyways, He needs a place to stay, and I told him he could crash at your place. What? The sharpest reply. Kirishima almost felt his heart stopped. He actually didn't think Bakugo was even going to reply. But considering that they had problems back in high school, he should have thought this through way more. You told Deku we could crash at my fucking place? That idiot? Do you really think I want to have a nerd around me for fucking Christmas if I have to deal with your ass all the time? Okay, relax, dude, okay? Just relax. I told them that you would be coming to pick him up, and I also told him that you would let him stay and you would spend time with him. You would just make him feel like he was home again. Bakugo could not argue with that last line. Deku did have the right to feel like he was home again. So he just decided that Deku could stay. Plus, he did miss Deku, and, well, since Deku left, he was kind of irritated a lot, and he basically become a Grinch for Christmas. He muttered a little "fine" under his breath and walked upstairs. He was preparing the guest room. It wasn't like it needed preparing. Bakugo was certainly a clean person, and he did not let him being a hero disrespect the schedule that he had. His schedule involved cleaning, cooking, and basic stuff. So basically, he knew how to take care of himself, and he was good at living on his own. Ever since he moved out of his parents' house, he's never really needed their help with anything. But when he told his parents that he was buying his own house, they were so happy that they decided to invite themselves over. They did help him move in. They put in some cheesy crap that, of course, when they left, he took down. And pretty much that's how it's been. They've put their visited, well, not really put their visited, okay. They made their visits, I should say. They made their visits and such and such. They were actually out of town this Christmas. They were on a trip together. So they kind of just left Bakugo because, well, obviously he didn't want to go on the trip, so. But now he actually had something to look forward to. For some reason, he felt like the guest room wasn't good enough for Deku. He wanted it to be better. He felt like it could have been better. He felt like something was missing. So he decided to switch out the rooms. He decided he would sleep in the guest room and Deku could have his master bedroom. Even though Deku was technically the generous person of the group, Bakugo felt like since he was coming home after a long 5 years, he should give him the best of the best. Now, typically, Bakugo would never do this for anyone, and he really wouldn't care how the guest room looked. So if he left towels in there that were kind of messy, you just pick it up and fold it and go about your business. But this year, he actually took the time to set his room up in a different way. His parents actually gave him Christmas bedding sheets or something like that. They just had a whole bunch of Christmas designs on them, and he had a feeling that Deku would like them, so he put them on his bed. He actually took the time and actually set up his room to a way where Deku could be comfortable. He emptied out his closet, and he moved all his stuff to the guest room. And he even changed the curtains. Jesus, he was in there becoming a fashion designer. Typically, he would not care how his room would look because he's not always going to be home anyways. But for Deku, he would do anything. He even took time to stock the mini fridge that he had in his master bedroom. How sweet. Kirishima felt like his buddy was gone for too long, so he actually started to walk upstairs. And when he made it to Bakugo's master bedroom, he was actually shocked. He was lost for words. He was just staring. And then Bakugo ended up looking over his shoulder and seeing him. The fuck you looking at? What are you doing? Changing my damn sheets? Why? It's just that the sheets have Christmas trees on them. And so? Okay, you do you. I won't question it. Well, hey guys, you have come to the end of this Christmas special. Well, not the complete end. Well, the end of the first episode. Okay. Well, my whereabouts. I've been doing school, and pretty much that's like my own excuse. And I've actually just been trying to think of and brainstorm video ideas. I've been trying to do things that were like you don't see me typically do things. Like I've been trying to like create like my own little events and such, but that's besides the point. If you like this Christmas special, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and yes, there will be more. So check me out tomorrow, guys. Bye.